So a six-man tag team matchup here on Friday Night SmackDown. It is a great match. Chavo, Guerrero, the Cruiserweight champion, former Cruiserweight champion Gregory Helms, and MVP, against Chris Benoit, the United States champion, and the World Tag Team Champions, Matt and Jeff Hardy. And it's Chavo, Guerrero, and Chris Benoit starting things off center of the ring. And talk about rivalries. Benoit and Chavo had one going for a number of months last year.
Talk about a rivalry that is deep born and deep bred. The Benoit versus Guerrero rivalry is one that has lasted for a long, long time.
Big shoulder knocked down by Chris Benoit. Knee to the side of the face of Chavo Guerrero. And yet another chop by Benoit. And Chavo with a knee to the midsection. Chavo Guerrero winning the Cruiserweight Championship back in February at No Way Out. Surprise appearance in the Cruiserweight Open and makes it tag to Montavious Porter, who made a statement last week, John, in that non-title win over Chris Benoit.
I said last week that Montavious Porter was going to have to sneak a win over Benoit to step back in the title picture. Michael, that is exactly what he did.
MVP didn't want anything to do with Benoit as the Rabbit Wolverine started to build momentum. And here comes Gregory Helms, walks straight into that arm drag. What a drop kick by Benoit. Gregory Helms is the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history, holding the Cruiserweight title for over a year.
The thing I like about Gregory Helms, just the same I like about Chavo Guerrero, is they are not your typical Cruiserweights. These are guys who can step up like Rey Mysterio did, like Bernard Hopkins did, and compete with heavyweights.
Matt Hardy whipped into the corner, high elbow to Gregory Helms. Hardy and Helms have had always this personal rivalry, grew up together. Oh! And Hardy and Helms trying to prove each and every week whenever they're in the ring with each other who's the best.
And what a great series of matches they had last summer.
Matt Hardy, great counter. Actually, Gregory Helms with a tremendous counter. And goes quickly. I thought was going to go for the cover, but's going to unload with the right hand.
This is about who is the better person. These guys go home to North Kakalaki, and all they got to hear from their friends is what happened that Friday night on SmackDown. The last thing they want is for the other one, Hardy or Helms, to get the upper hand because they have to hear it in their hometown.
Matt Hardy with a big clothesline, taking out Gregory Helms. 9 nights from tonight, Sunday, at Backlash. The Hardys, Matt and Jeff, will defend those World Tag Team titles against Laws, Lance Cade, and Trevor Murdoch. That'll be a hard-hitting affair. And Gregory Helms grabs the bottom rope before referee Jimmy Corderas can start the count. We'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this historic 400th episode of Friday Night SmackDown. You know, WWE.com is running a list of the top 10 SmackDown moments of all time. John, in fact, you're in there.
Number 1?
Well, no, actually you are in the top 10, though, as Jeff Hardy misses off the top turnbuckle as Helms rolls out of the way. It actually was a fairly disgusting incident in my book when you tried to play Border Patrol.
Protecting America is what I did.
Tag made, Chavo Guerrero with a big uppercut to Jeff Hardy. And there's another one to the former Intercontinental Champion. Helms and Chavo work very well together as a team.
Two great champions.
Chavo kicks to the midsection. Referee Jimmy Corderas doing his job, but the distraction allows the double team. And there's the veteran Chavo, realizing that you distract the referee, you allow your teammates to get involved.
It's just smart business. That's all it is, Michael.
MVP.
MVP uses that boot like a Masahiro Chono or a Bruiser Bodie. You hadn't seen that in many years. That straight, stiff boot. I like it.
One thing I do want to talk about, John, is that Backlash World Tag Team Championship match. Talk about contrasting styles. The Hardys and Cade Murdoch. Here's the hook of the leg and a kick out. Cade Murdoch sort of remind me of the old APA.
From what I understand, they drink like the old APA. And they beat people up like the old APA. Cade and Murdoch are a throwback to the old generation of Murdoch, Stan Hansen, the guys that grew up in West Texas that made it famous. And then you have the Hardys, as flamboyant as you could possibly be. And who can forget what Jeff Hardy did at WrestleMania? He had a chance to win Money in the Bank, but instead of wanting to steal the show, jumped off a ladder and almost destroyed himself.
Jeff Hardy didn't try to steal the show. He tried to do what he had to do to win Money in the Bank. That's what it was all about for Jeff Hardy.
He could have climbed the ladder, Michael. He could have climbed the ladder and won the match. Instead, he wants to steal the show in front of 80-something thousand people. Look, I admire Jeff Hardy. He is a great champion. But the guy is a lunatic. Nobody paints himself up like that unless he is.
Cover by Chavo, hook of the leg, and a kick at it too. But Guerrero, Helms, and MVP doing a tremendous job isolating Jeff Hardy. Not allowing him to make a tag.
They understand this. You don't want the fresh Hardy, and you don't want Chris Benoit stepping in that ring. To get that done, you keep Jeff Hardy isolated. You cut that ring off in half. Always make sure that you are between them and their partner, and you win the match.
The ever-intense Benoit trying to get Jeff Hardy back in the game. Matt Hardy cheering his brother on as well. Jeff Hardy blocks the right in a right of his own, and here comes Jeff Hardy. And just when Hardy was starting to get out of the box, Chavo Guerrero drops him with a drop kick. Here's the cover. Look at the forearm right in the face. There's a 2 count and a kick out.
What a beautiful drop kick by Chavo Guerrero. That is a Guerrero classic.
Tag made to Helms. Now look at Chavo in Helms. Perfect utilization of the 5 count they have for Chavo to get out of the ring. Here's the cover by Helms, and Matt Hardy breaks up the possible 3 count. Tag made to MVP. And I'm Montavious Porter taking his turn. Hook of the leg, shoulders down, and a kick out by the resilient Jeff Hardy.
One of the most impressive stars in all of SmackDown the last few weeks here has been MVP. What he did at WrestleMania against Chris Benoit and then how he followed it up last week was nothing short of impressive.
And I've got to agree with you, John. I wasn't sold on it. And look at Gregory Helms preventing Hardy from getting to the corner while MVP had the referee distracted. But again, to get back to MVP, I wasn't sold on him when he came here. Highest free agent signing in the history of WWE.
I found him offensive when he came here.
Cover again. Hooks the leg and a kick out by Jeff.
I thought it was disgusting that this young guy would come in here talking so much trash, getting paid so much money, wearing all that bling, being everything wrong with the business that I hate about the business, turning out to be SmackDown's hottest star.
Cheap shot by Chavo, knocks Matt Hardy off the apron, draws Chris Benoit, and again, that distraction allows the double team. And that's the veteran instinct of the Cruiserweight champion, Chavo Guerrero.
MVP has earned the respect that he has gotten.
There's no doubt, John. I mean, he's been through Inferno matches, he's been through cage matches, he's been through street fights. He has a victory over the United States champion. Perfect suplex. There's the cover kick out again. Almost shades of Chris Benoit, perhaps, by MVP. Think maybe sending a little message to the United States champion through the suplex. But there's a headbutt. MVP went for the cheap shot. Jeff Hardy makes the tag, and here comes the United States champion.
Here's what MVP didn't want, and that's fresh Benoit coming in the ring.
Chavo didn't want Benoit either. Snap suplex right into the gut of MVP, and that shot knocked Helms off his feet. MVP wants nothing to do with Benoit.
He's smart.
German suplex.
Get ready for a ride, Gregory.
There's the second one, and there's nothing Helms can do. A third German, this time released.
Benoit's feeling it.
And from behind, Chavo Guerrero. Matt Hardy, side effect.
This is what you love about six-man tags.
Matt Hardy taking everybody out. Jeff to the top rope. The Swanton.
The brothers do that against Cade and Murdoch. It's over.
Jeff dumped over the top rope on the other side. There goes Chavo and Matt Hardy. Chris Benoit is the legal man. MVP paid for it.
Air Benoit.
Benoit connected with a headbutt. A bullseye. And now Benoit.
Straight from Stu Hart's dungeon to Milan, Italy.
The sharpshooter locked in. And MVP, a back body drop. And the sharpshooter still locked in. Will Helms tap out? And he does. Chris Benoit and the Hardys pick up the win.
What a matchup, Michael.
The winner of this match, the team of the Hardys and Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit and MVP put on a wrestling classic last week on SmackDown, Michael. They followed it up with a great six-man tag tonight. This was fun to watch.
But this was a team effort. I mean, Matt Hardy, he used the feint, he used the side effect. Jeff Hardy used the swanton. Benoit, the sharpshooter, and the flying headbutt. What a match.
Everybody wants to show out overseas.